New at 10, show me the money. That's what many Coloradans are saying tonight, wondering where their state income tax refund is. 7 News reporter Marshall Zellinger is live uncovering why you may see a delay with your refund. Marshall?
And it's essentially because of fraud. For a short time last month, the state stopped issuing tax returns mainly because of fraudulent returns, with a breach linked mainly to TurboTax. But depending on when you filed your tax returns by, the state may now owe you more money. More than 1.5 million Coloradans are expecting a state tax refund, and we're hearing from many of you wanting to know why you have not received your money yet.
I probably average about 25 to 30 calls a day just for that.
Steve McDermott has filed more than 1,000 tax returns at his 3 Liberty Tax Service offices, and the majority of his clients are still waiting for their refunds.
All the calls I get are, I'm expecting that money to make my car payment, or expecting that money to make my next rent payment.
This year we've seen an increase in what we consider suspicious filings.
John Vecchiarelli with the State Department of Revenue suspended issuing tax returns for 10 days in early February, once it was clear Colorado was receiving fraudulent returns, many as a result of a data breach with TurboTax.
We received a couple of phone calls from taxpayers who said they attempted to log into their third-party software account to file their return and were told that the return had already been filed.
The state also received legit-looking tax returns requesting high-dollar refunds not be cut on a check or directly deposited into an account, but rather put on a prepaid debit card, a practice we discovered is now under review.
That is not an option that's authorized in our statutes. It is something that just arose organically in the marketplace, and we are evaluating that issue right now.
Here is some good news. The state is required by law to return your money and refund it within a certain amount of time. So if you filed your return by the end of January, they have 14 days. By the end of February, 21 days. By the end of March, 28 days. In April or later, 45 days. If it goes beyond that, the state would then owe you penalties and interest. Now, if you get a check that you have not filed a refund for yet, don't cash it. Contact the Department of Revenue. You've likely been the victim of fraud. Reporting live, Marshall Zellinger, 7 News.
Thanks, Marshall. And it may be easy to understand why the Department of Revenue is taking precautions. A new Federal Trade Commission report shows our state is 10th in the country for fraud complaints. The report shows more than 32,000 people filed those complaints last year. We are also 13th in the country for the number of identity theft complaints, with just over 4,500.